Okay, Casas to Creel. Casas was really cool.
Our first night in Mexico, we spent the night in Casas Grandes. And we spent the morning like exploring the ruins that were right outside our hotel, and then we wanted to go to Copper Canyon.
And Creel is the gateway to Copper Canyon, such as Flagstaff, Arizona is the gateway to the Grand Canyon.
So we started off in Casas Grandes and headed toward Creel, knowing that we would need to spend the night somewhere in between, and we didn't really have a plan for that.
Well, we were going to camp somewhere. We didn't know where we were going to camp.
The day started kind of fun. We went to, first stop gas station. The guy at the gas station was kind of funny. He
made a screeching
He made
sound.
like this fun noise as we were pulling in to get gas. And sometimes, so we've been like gassing up together so we can pay together, and sometimes they're a little bit confused by that. So that guy, I don't know, he seemed like...
What do you mean?
I don't know.
He has to have a sense of humor. He's a gas station attendant.
He seemed pretty funny.
Gotta go to the gas station. Oh, yeah. Because I need some gas. Oh. Wow, Salón de Eventos Halloween. That's a cool building. Here's the Pemex. Hola.
Good morning por la mañana. ¿Cuánto le echamos? ¿Y de cuál?
Ya no. Llenarlo.
¿Verde o roja?
Verde.
Verde, ahí está. Esa también, ¿verdad?
Ambas.
Ambas, llena.
Porque juntos.
Para que le abra ahí.
Yeah, something interesting that happened. I mean, it was our first morning waking up in Mexico and the very beginning of our huge trip that hopefully will last multiple years. I don't know if I was just in a weird state of mind or just kind of like freaked out by the reality that we're doing this. But as soon as we finished getting gas, the attendant got on the phone and called somebody, and he was speaking so quickly in Spanish and I really couldn't understand what he was saying, but I did understand that he said 2 Americans on motorcycles. And that, then we got our gear together and we left the gas station, and I asked her to stop and we talked about it, and for some reason it just kind of like freaked me out. Like, why would he, I knew that at some point we were gonna have to go through like checkpoints, and I'd heard stories from friends about like seeing people stopped on the road like a checkpoint, but not feeling comfortable, as if maybe it were a scam. And so the first thought that went through my head was like, why was that guy talking about us on the phone? Like, is he trying to get somebody to stop us and take our money? And I didn't feel threatened exactly. It just made me feel kind of off. So we stopped and talked about it for a second, and in reality it was like Eric pointed out to me, it's like, well, if that is the truth, which we don't know, if that is the case, like the best thing that we can do is just like get on our motorcycles and go and not wait around here. And it was fine. I mean, nothing happened. I don't think that was the case. I think it was just like our first day in Mexico, and I was just kind of
Overwhelmed.
Like in my head. Yeah, just overwhelmed and just in my head about like the potential realities of traveling in a foreign country.
Yeah, but with that said, everyone's been super friendly and super nice.
Oh yeah, it's been amazing.
And just like anywhere else in the world, people are people, Yeah. And the law of attraction exists. If you're putting out good vibes, you will have good people come to you. So it's not anything that we necessarily need to be worried about.
Yeah, and I've said that the whole time too as we were preparing for our trip. I mean, people like to fearmonger and kind of think of the worst. And I mean, every time I've traveled internationally, friends and family and strangers have, just told me the horror stories that they've heard. None of the times I've ever traveled has that been my experience.
Neither mine.
So the first day, like after that gas station experience, like that's what we talked about, and that's you know, both of us felt like that going forward, is that we want to go forward obviously with safety in mind, but not planning for the worst.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth worrying about. I think the more you focus on that, like it gets like it only adds to the problems. Yeah, I think in life in general too, like there's no reason to focus on any of that stuff if it's not going on. So
from there, our next encounter was pretty fun. We stopped in a little town after Casas Grandes, and you know, we stopped and had a drink and took a little break.
Hey, wanna stop? This is pretty. Like, really nice.
I spent some time trying to connect to my navigation on my dash, because Royal Enfield has that capability.
the Royal Enfield
And
app.
while I was trying to set that up, 2 young boys came by on a motorcycle, and they ended up flipping around on the road and coming back and stopping to talk to us.
They wanted to look at our motorcycles. They were super pumped. And they were really cute and they were really nice and like.
They were also pretty shy and didn't know what to say. They just pulled up right next
we
to us
also
and they
did-
just smiled and stared at us
We
until
also-
Eric said something to them.
And I didn't know what to say. My Spanish is starting to come around, but like it's not the best. Like I didn't know what to say either. Like, you know, whatever. But like it was a good connection, and it was fun, and it was healthy, and
They really enjoyed it. We told them all the details of our bikes, so like
the size and stuff, and they were happy to see it. They like motorcycles. They're kids, and they have one, right?
it was a pretty fun interaction. And then also we had some refrigerator magnet, like
We
wedding
gave
favors
them
left
one.
over.
Yeah.
And, you know, we just have them left over. I didn't know what to do with them, so we brought them all with us. And that was our first time
Giving one out.
that we were able to, like,
Yeah.
give out the refrigerator magnets, just because I want to get rid of them, but also it, like,
Well, we need to get
I
rid of the
don't know.
weight too.
it just is a fun thing to give to people on our trip
Yeah.
with our names on it.
Okay. ¿Cuál es tu nombre? Alejandro y Gael. Y yo, Eric. Y mi esposa, Sunshine. Solicita. Gusto verte.
Igual
Gracias. Entonces, ¿dónde vas?
a mi casa,
¿Tu casa? ¿Para qué? ¿Comida o cerveza?
comida,
Qué bueno. Well, pues, buena suerte.
igual.
Y me gusta tu moto.
Y me gusta también la suya.
Gracias. Ok. Chao, mi amigos.
Adiós.
Adiós.
And then I was able to get the navigation hooked up, and it worked well. It got us where we needed to go.
It's been a savior having her
Yeah.
GPS, seriously.
The only trouble I'm having with it is you can't turn off your phone once it's hooked up to the bike. I don't have a holder yet on my handlebars or anything, so I've just been stuffing my phone into my tank bag, and it overheats really fast.
What is it?
So I figured out how to connect my Royal Enfield app
Yeah.
to my phone so we can have navigation. But last night I only had like the little directionals down at the bottom of my regular screen, and I figured out the mode to get the navigation full screen.
Yeah.
But I can't turn my phone off. I just have to.
Tuck it in and leave it plugged in.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's okay. I think it's gonna work.
It's gonna work. It's gonna be helpful
Yeah.
to get out of here. Zaragoza?
Where it goes.
Zaragoza. Cool.
It works. It works great. She saves us all the time. It's a huge deal. We don't have GPS. We have our phones and maps, and that's it.
I think it's also worked out really well through some of the different bigger towns we've been through, because Eric's a much more skilled rider than I am. I would have a harder time following you through the city. We would have to do a lot of work to communicate with each other properly so that
Yeah.
I was able to keep up with you. So I think it's been working well for me to have
It's true.
the navigation and for him to keep pace with me instead of
You keeping pace
me
with me.
trying to keep pace with him.
Yeah,
So
I get
like
excited
that.
and cut through traffic sometimes and do whatever.
Yeah.
Just gorgeous so far. Whoa, sunshine's overtaking me. Continue on, my lady. Continue on. Head south. Where the wild things are. Wild.
But anyway, our navigation took us to this little ranch community up in the mountains called La Vicora. There was a forest, or like we saw a sign.
There was
for
a source that said Rincon del Bosque or something, and I thought it was like a camp. There is a campground out there. It looked beautiful, and it looked like Prescott. I don't know if you've ever been to Prescott or seen
Arizona.
Thumb Butte, but there was a butte that looked just like Thumb Butte, and there was pine trees everywhere, and it looked super beautiful. And I was like, this is the road that we need to take. I did a U-turn. She followed me, and then we went and stopped at this little store to ask where the camping was, right? And it happened to be owned by two wonderful people, a couple who owned a house right in town.
Yeah, first they told us that there wasn't camping there,
Right,
And
but there
that-
was also a party.
and that there was a lady down the road close to there that did allow camping at her house, like for a fee.
Yeah, but she wanted to charge us a lot. Anyways,
So that was the first step. You can't camp in the forest. You can camp with this woman for a fee. While they were trying to get a hold of her and get the information, we hung out in their little store and had some food. So then they came back and were like, actually, and this whole process took quite a few hours, but they came back and they were like, actually, we have a better deal for you. The man's brother lives in Colorado and has a house in this town and just comes back sometimes to visit. So the whole house is empty.
yeah, it was a 4-bedroom house. It was great. And there was no hot water, but we did have a shower. We did have a bathroom.
And they had a huge fenced garden that she was like, oh yeah, pull your motorcycles in here. And close the
safety
gate
and
for the night.
security
So
of our
they were
bikes.
they were really mindful of that for us.
Man, we ran into these people and they were overwhelmingly nice and didn't really understand what was going on. And now she's leading us to her brother's house, who's from Colorado, who isn't here. Hopefully he doesn't see this video, but they're gonna rent it out to us for the night, and we kind of feel obligated now because they were just too nice. So, and they said this is nice, 500 for the night. Wow.
Ahorita cuando vengan, si quieren meter las motos para allá, y allá las dejan adentro, ¿no? Sí, para que no las dejen aquí afuera.
Entonces a través
Sí, abren aquí la puerta y luego meten las motos para allá y luego ya les cierran la puerta.
y es abierto.
Sí, está abierto.
Okay.
Sí,
Qué bueno.
está abierto. Sí, para que no las dejen.
And so let's check this out. This is cool. Unfortunately, we have no pesos, so we have to go all the way back to a town to get some pesos. Okay. Wow, cool. Wow, thank you. God.
Aquí pueden dormir. Aquí está una cama
Oh, yeah.
o aquí está otra. Entonces para acá. O aquí
Oh, yeah.
o acá.
Oh, there's some poop on the bed. There's a dog that came in here.
Un perro.
Mira, hay mierda en la cama.
¿Hay qué?
¿Mierda?
Un perrito. Es un secret. How do you say secret?
Secreto.
Es un secreto.
Está bien.
Es que se metió metió un gato.
Oh, ¿en serio?
Sí.
That's funny. Es chistoso.
Sí, aquí está el baño.
Okay, qué bueno. Muchas gracias.
Mire,
Entonces,
aquí está el baño.
oh wow.
Sí sirve todo, ahorita le voy a abrir la llave allá.
Gracias,
Aquí
en serio.
está para lavarse las manos. Nada más que no se van a poder bañar con agua caliente. ¿Querían bañarse? No.
Tenemos todo.
Ah, ¿sí?
Sí.
Ok. Ah,
Cool, okay.
sí, aquí
Entonces vamos a regresar en como media hora.
Sí,
Ok.
sí, muy bien.
Okay.
Muy bien. Allá voy a estar en la tienda.
Sí.
Sí, allá voy a traer las llaves y luego ya venimos y ya se quedan aquí.
Okay.
Sí.
Okay.
Sí, ahorita les traigo nada más papel para el baño porque eso sí no tengo.
Okay.
Y ya, sí. Qué bueno que se fijó. Yo no
That was funny. That looked like dog poop. That's a huge cat poop.
Un gato grande.
Yeah.
Es que se metió un gato por aquí. Por aquí.
I got that on film.
Por aquí. Se metió y cuando vine,
Oh, en serio.
ahorita que vine andaba aquí, pero ya no.
You know, our first full day in Mexico, so our Spanish was not up to par. They barely spoke English. Just by chance, there was a man who came in to get dinner, and I felt so bad for him because he just came in to eat dinner with his buddies and have a beer. And he lived in the United States for several years and spoke fluent English, and he became our translator. And so our whole evening,
He was
or
great.
his whole dinner was just continually interrupted by
He was great.
them asking for translation for us.
I
And he
know.
was a champ about it, but I felt bad for him. I was like, oh, poor guy. But he was a nice guy.
No,
So we finally figured out, we felt like we couldn't say no to them.
At this
it was
point,
too good of
we
a deal
we
to
couldn't
pass
say
up.
no. We couldn't say no
It was
because
getting later in the night. We actually did not want to.
it would be disrespectful at
Yeah.
this point. So we said yes, but we didn't have any cash on us, so we had to drive back to the other town to go get some cash. And that's where we stayed, and it was great. And we
Oh, it
stayed
was
there, and it was beautiful. We had breakfast with them in the morning.
Need a shower and a haircut.
I just killed this big spider and it didn't die forever.
It was trying real hard to not die.
That's it.
It was a big one.
Good morning. We stayed in this cool house last night. We couldn't sleep that well. Oh, so tired. Now we're going to go to Creel and hopefully stay for a couple days and then make some videos and sleep good and then
Get her haircut. Buy
Get
some
her haircut. I'm
socks,
gonna
find
shave.
some oil for the chains.
Yeah.
Which are in dire need of maintenance.
yeah, chain oil. In the meantime, we're going to eat these cookies.
Oh my gosh.
Use that milk.
These cookies are. Hold on. These are the corn
That's the corn and flour.
and flour mix.
Yeah.
I can't remember. What do you call it? Arena?
Arena.
They're so freaking good. These are like little apple.
Tacos.
What are those called? Those kind of
Empanadas?
cookies? And I don't know what those are, but they're like little tiny sugar cookies.
Mishmashers.
With, I think they're little like sugar pecan cookies. Are so freaking good.
Yeah. Okay. Until next time. Shaving my face. It's a little chilly out. I'm gonna go pack my bike up a little bit. These people were so nice. Look at these dogs. These are the dogs. Hey. Annika. Good boy. Yeah. Hey. How's it going? Yeah. Oh, yes, you're a good guy. Oh, yeah, you like a little buddy. Oh, you like that? Are you cold? Did you sleep outside? Say hi. Oh, yes, you're good. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm gonna go pack up a little bit. I gotta come through here. Huge backyards. I'm glad we got this because we got to keep our bikes safe. Okay, time to pack. These nice people are cooking us food on this amazing stove with tortillas, frijoles, and the empanadas. Look at that, homemade empanadas. Wow.
Estos son de chorizo con frijoles.
Chorizo con frijoles. Okay, bueno. Muchas gracias. This is so nice. Look how cool this is. It's a lovely place. Say grace.
They invited us over for breakfast. They had cooked us the biggest, most beautiful breakfast in the world.
Showed us their house.
They
and
showed
their
us our
beautiful
family
greenhouse.
photos from
Yeah.
like decades upon decades ago. Their daughters, their sons, their
We just had
cousins, their weddings,
beautiful
all of their
time.
weddings. Like,
we
I
just
mean,
had a great time with them and ended up exchanging contact information to stay in touch. But they just were really, really sweet people.
it was beautiful. It was amazing, actually. It
And
was
then in the morning,
powerful.
In the morning, we left, and like not even 5 minutes down the road was a huge open campground with bathrooms
Yeah, we
on the
saw
side
it.
of the road in the forest. Like it wasn't where we originally were going, but there was.
Yeah, but we
a
would have missed
campground
out
right
on
there.
that opportunity.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, so it was
so
worth
much
it.
fun,
It
yeah.
was worth it, 100%.
Yeah.
We're warming up our bikes. This lovely lady is really impressed with sunshine. I think it's great. The bikes are running good. Got to get some oil. Chain lube. Hopefully soon. Wait for them to warm up. Oh, you have 3/4 of a tank?
Yeah.
Jeez. It's always hard to meet these wonderful people and then leave, but that's the whole point, I guess. It's just so nice. It really goes to show that like people are people, and usually they're good, and so far that's what we've come across. Almost operating time. You ready? You have, it's warmed up? It's warmed up? Your bike?
Not quite, but it's close.
What's it say when you go to your...
I can't look at it right now because
Oh, because the map's on. Okay.
It sounds like...
Okay. All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Que les vaya muy bien.
Gracias por todo.
No, de nada. Cuando quieran regresar. Aquí está su casa. Cuando quieran volver.
Okay. Okay. Such a nice lady.